More than 90% of ad accounts that I look into have a terrible ad account structure from 2018. They're running multiple campaigns targeting the same audience, like separating by the position in the funnel. They're running retargeting campaigns, Advantage Plus campaigns, and much more. It's not only extremely time intensive, but also just simply gives them worse results. So in this video, I will show you the campaign structure that's working currently the best and that I've been using to generate millions for 7- and 8-figure e-commerce brands. Now here's some performance screenshots that we got for multiple multi-million brands with this meta ad system and performance creatives. So the first and most important thing is that we run only one campaign per business objective. Splitting up campaigns by cold retargeting and like hot audience, that belongs to the past. Even Facebook recommends nowadays to have the same audience targeted by just one campaign. Otherwise, it results in audience overlap. Your campaigns compete against each other and everything will just perform worse. So what means one campaign per business objective? It means that if you are selling a certain product for men, let's say in the US, then you want to have one campaign for that. Now, let's say you're a fashion brand and also have a women's line. Then, because the audience is different, your persona is different, you want to have a separate campaign for that. Now let's say you start also selling in Canada. Then you want a third and fourth campaign for that. One for men, one for women. You get the point. If you have one product for a specific audience in a specific country, then you just want to have one campaign for that and not like 3 or 4 or whatever. That one campaign should be a CBO campaign. Why? Because, well, if you have all the positions of the funnel, top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, all in just one campaign, and set it to CBO, Facebook will distribute the budget ideally between the different steps in the funnel without burning out the funnel. That's very important because if you set the budgets manually, well, first of all, it's just more manual labor, but also you will usually get worse performance and you run into the danger of burning through your funnel if you give your middle of funnel ads more budget than your top of funnel ads, for example. Now let's look actually into the campaign. So what you'll find in the campaign is just a lot of dynamic creative tests. You want to run only dynamic creative tests and treat those ad sets as split testing batches for your ads. For example, if you come up with a video ad, you just want to make 3 different visual hooks for that. So you have the same ad, but 3 different versions. Those 3 you want to launch in a DCT. Now, if you want to, let's say, launch a static ad, you can do that as well. You just want to make 3 different versions. Let's say you want to split test the background image or the visuals and keep the headline the same. That way you have a split testing batch for static creatives. And you can keep doing that regardless of whether it's a top of funnel creative, middle of funnel creative, or bottom of funnel creative. Facebook will find the right audience and allocate the budget accordingly. Now you might be wondering, okay, why should I actually make split testing batches instead of just, go for one ad? Well, many brands do that, but that's essentially gambling. You know that the hook is the most important thing for a video ad. If someone doesn't get hooked, they don't watch the video. Now, to make only one hook and to make it super effective, you have to be, well, quite lucky. My team creates hundreds of hooks for more than 10 brands every single month, and yet we create split testing variants to just learn about the audience, learn what performs best, and give it the best chance of success. What's best is you can also test hypotheses and actually derive learnings from that. You don't just want to launch and forget, but actually check out the breakdown, because in the breakdown you can see what version got the most spent. If you launched it with different headline and ad text variations, you can also check what out of them performed the best. That way you can always see what is the best for your audience and make more of that. Now, after all that, you might be wondering, okay, but what targeting settings to use? If your campaign and your ad account has already enough data, it's very simple. Just target broad, don't use any lookalikes, retargeting audience, or anything else, but target with the creative instead. You want to treat your ad just as an organic post. So based on the hook, based on the visuals, based on the headline, it should resonate only with your ideal audience and not with anyone else. So no clickbait on no ambiguous hooks, but only what's relevant for your audience. This is exactly how the algorithm works, and this is how the algorithm works for organic posts. Now, the last thing you might be wondering about, okay, but how do we actually scale when we find winners? Now, this is incredibly simple, and this is why the structure is so good. Depending on your cost per result or ROAS target or MER target, or in CPA target, whatever you look at, you want to look at the last 3 days. If you're outperforming the target, just increase the budget by 20%. If you're not hitting your target, just decrease it by 20%. That way you can always align your budget with your performance and scale up if you find new winners that take a lot of spend and outperform your other ads. What's most beautiful about running ads like this is not just it gets you the best possible results right now, but also that it's so incredibly simple and hands-off that you can actually focus on what matters. And that is making creatives that will actually scale your brand with with low NCCPA. Now, me and my team have done exactly that with our meta ad system and performance creatives. We got brands to multi 7 figures and multi 7 figure brands to 8 figures. So if you want to be sure to scale to your goals, click the link below and book a free audit call with me today. But if you shouldn't be ready yet and just need more advice on how to do it better yourself, check out this video where I explain the most common Facebook ads mistakes and how to avoid them. Keep scaling, see you on the other side.